What's up, fishing fam? Live. Tonight we're Sunday night live. Man, I was just watching the Bearded Dad Fishing's got Christine Fisher on, and that was a real. It's still going on. I almost hated leaving that when it comes to start my own life, but they're talking about professionally uh, YouTubing and things like this, and a real interesting conversation. I highly recommend you guys go and give that a shot. And give it a listen after this. But Jay and Christine and them, they're having a really good conversation, and she's spilling some juice about how you can actually make some extra kizash on social media with all the other things. And I've never made bones about making money on YouTube. I think I make like $200 a month. I don't get like views like a lot of other people do who review accessories and go deep dive. I fish and I talk about stuff as it comes up. But I think in the future that's something, especially with everything kayak fishing, that's going to be a subject where I focus on giving my thoughts and opinions and asking your thoughts and opinions and things like that. Because I honestly, and the reason, and I'm going to show you guys my final logo and talk a little bit about the everything kayak fishing concept, because I really want to use that platform and a new media platform, because Fishing with Gramps is just going to become Fishing with Gramps. I'll do some rod and reel review stuff on the water, but anything related to the actual kayak rigging, accessories, reviews, interviews with people who are in the kayak fishing industry, it's going to truly be an everything kayak fishing. And I'm going to want content from folks like you, because the whole point is to help grow this sport. That's my dream and my vision behind it. Fishing with Gramps, as you guys know, came out of a place of a pandemic and some people wanting some basic fishing tips, and we've kind of grown through all that where we did some basic how-to fishing and so forth and so on. And I kind of fulfilled that need, but I also wanted to have that as a throwback to my grandfather and our past history and things like that too. But since I've become Gramps, then Fishing with Gramps is going to be just that. It's going to be the style of like John B, or that's what I kind of vision it is kind of getting there, where it's just when me or Jeremy and OEF5 or any of you Freedom Squad, we get together and do the stuff and things. We're sharing those adventures. We're in the house, we're doing the stuff and things and having that fun. And all the other like review stuff or the kayak fishing stuff, I want it to have its own place, because there's enough of us that's been kayak fishing, long enough that we have an opinion. I know a lot of people do their research and Google, and they make their videos based on what they think the internet wants. And that's cool. I mean, that's a way to come up and generate ideas and hits and views and things like that. But I still think there's a place for those of us that have been kayak fishing um, for 10 or 15 years, where our opinions might matter to some people. So, sure, anybody can start up a YouTube channel, let AI generate their topics and conversations and things like that. To me, that's not authentic. It'll make you a check. I mean, it sure will. But I'm not going to be that I'm not going to have scripted stuff like that just for hits and views and to grow a channel. I'm going to put together a platform where people who do this um, can give their input and share with people that are either coming into the sport for the first time, whether you're buying a lifetime kayak or an Ascend out from Bass Pro Shops. I want the people that are here that also start their own channels, like Jermaine and Tweezy and Sly Fox and Liz. When Liz starts a channel and starts making content, Liz, I want to have a place where you can post your content and do videos for everything kayak fishing, so that we can then grow that into something that then leads back to your channel too. Chad Hoover, my bro, I always say it, he's got many things that are always popping into my head. One of the things he always says is rising tides raise all ships. Liz knows what that means, but that also works that way too. And I would love to build a platform where we can share all the passion and stuff we have for kayak fishing, whether it be for veteran recreational therapy or just your mental health or just because you like fishing and boats are too expensive. We're going to go, we're going to have a whole place for that and a platform for that. And Fishing with Gramps will still be what it is. Me and Jeremy and you guys getting together, fishing, and, me just talking to the cameras, chasing bass wherever we happen to be. This coming week, it's going to be up in Wisconsin. I've never been up into Wisconsin. I think I've driven through there once when I came back, driving my son, but I've never fished up north. And so I am jacked. I'm stoked that I was finally, you guys have supported the channel all throughout my drought of making videos and this year of the work. I don't have to rehash it. It was hell. It was busy. But I have help now, and I'm starting to settle down and wind down and actually be able to take some leave. So I'm doing it. I'm going to go up and fish the Kayak Adventure Series this next week that Drew Gregory's putting on up in Sauk Polk, whatever it's called, the Wisconsin. It's like a 6.5-hour drive. I'm lucky enough that, Christine Fisher's going to be there. Josh Shrenko's going to be there. Jeff Little. But for me, more importantly, is a fellow veteran and dude from Indiana, Alex Deneau, who I'm going to partner up with and float with. And he's going to kind of school me in the ways of smallmouth. He is a smallmouth hammer, and it's going to be nice. I'm stoked and excited for this adventure because, yeah, sure, there's a tournament there, but there's also, Gramps can go try to win the Dink Master, They have all kinds of different stuff. So I look forward to this actually being a no pressure, take my cameras, do all the filming, talk to all the people, do the stuff and things. I'm stoked. And then, as we know, in a month, we all gather together once again on Guntersville. 2 days of fishing. Go smack some bass. Yes, there is talk of canceling the whole Wheeler Guntersville thing and making it just Guntersville. Chad's actually polling the captains, and so far I think that's winning because, yeah, Wheeler's cool, but Guntersville's the destination. So I understand it, but I'm glad to see he's actually considering making that change. And yeah, see, Liz, everybody else wants you to change the Tanner. No, see, I have dentures. There's no clearly enunciating in the future. I said what I said, and I'll say it again. Dink Master. If you can't understand it, I'll talk like I can Nelly for you so you hear it the way you want to hear it. You know what I'm saying, Liz? So you heard me say Dink Master. You knew what I meant. But that's what you're going to get. Yep, I'm tired. I got skunked today. Went on to Lake Monroe. Why do I go to that lake? Why? I just think I needed a swift kick in the nuts. In the nuts. Before I go up to Wisconsin. You know what I'm saying? Monroe, closest lake I live by. If there's going to be a Bassmaster event or Major League Fishing or Bass Nation, all of it's I know what yours. It's always yours. You hear what you want to hear. Oh my goodness, I hate that lake. I hate that lake with a passion. But there's some friends of mine that are fishing a championship there. I've actually fished there before, and about once a year, I'll catch a 5 to 5.5 pounder out of there. Yeah, I mean, it happens. It happens rarely. I know not to go in the summer. If you're gonna go in the fall or go in the spring. Don't go to that damn lake, just like Patoka, like Josh is saying. It just breaks your heart. You find these smaller places. That's why we fish out of kayaks. So we don't have to get run over by boats and wake thrown on us and try to drive us into the. I know Jeremy's watching the same race I am. Yeah, see if my boys. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not paying attention to the race. Last stage. But we're here tonight to talk about Knucklehead. Tomorrow night, we're going to have a live with a different subject and a different guest, and I'll set that all up tomorrow. And we'll talk to Drew Gregory about the Kayak Adventure Series. Man, because I love that format. And I think, after it's been running around for a couple of years, I think a lot of people who fish Knucklehead and don't really take the whole derb scene seriously, like Bassmaster, Oh yeah, you can win lots of money on Monroe if you catch a fish, and there's donks in there. But I just refuse to spend enough time on that lake to do any good because A, most kayak tournaments aren't there. Um, and it's just yeah, I can see where boaters love running around it. Kayak guys, nah. Sam Jones, few others, they've spent their whole lives fishing on that stupid lake. But I mean, if I want to go catch big fish, and I can go catch bigger fish on other smaller bodies of water and not get run over by boats. But nah, I hate Monroe. I hate Monroe with a passion. And it sucks for me because I live 30 minutes from it. Let's get on to a better subject. Let's talk about the Knucklehead. There's no bedtimes. Tomorrow's Labor Day. Hopefully, y'all off tomorrow. If you're not, God bless you for going to work. My ass, not going to work. And I'm going to work half a day Tuesday. Then I'm taking off the rest of the week and going to North Chase smallmouth bass. And then we're going to see if we can catch some smallies. Just want to catch 5 each day. That's all you can do. But I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, that lake ain't worth going to. Good luck. Wish you all the best. Sam Jones is going to win it. I'm just telling you that right now. There might be 1 or 2 people that compete with him, but boy, there ain't many. So yeah, I do not feel bad at all for missing the trip to Monroe for the Grubby Championship when my ass is going to be down on Lake Guntersville with all these cool people chasing big fish down there that you can actually catch big fish. Anywho, let's jump into fishing chaos and talk about our team, our winners. Oh, he's your neighbor. Let's see. Present screen. Man, it's been so long. It's been so long. I keep forgetting how to do lives because you know what? I dedicated some time to myself this season, and I've just been going fishing and not worried about content. And it's been wonderful the last several weeks. I know I'm like 8 videos behind. Oh, first of all, what you guys think about the most recent Monster Bass Cup Challenge? They're on bogs. And you know, we fished for an hour. It was what it was. But we had fun doing it. And we picked the absolute worst day to do it because it was so hot. We were both wore out. Oh man. But we had a good time. Jeremy caught him on a chatterbait of all the things. But hey, that's what he's supposed to do is go out and win those on his home lake. So, he won as he's supposed to. I wasn't complaining because I've fished that place plenty of times and I've been known to pull one out of there here and there. But that's the fun of the challenges itself because what I told Jeremy after I got the video and edited it and put it all together, I loved how both of our minds actually worked because we were talking about what each other was doing. And so and that wasn't scripted at all. And so when I was editing that, I was like, holy cow, this is literally like we're having a conversation with the camera and the people watching, along with what we know our, our brother is doing. And so it was pretty cool. It was fun to edit like that kind of thing. And I told him, I said, bro, every time that we do one of these, you keep talking just like you did, and I'll do the same. And it makes the editing go fast because even though there wasn't a lot of fish catching going on, not on that day, as it starts to cool down here in southern Indiana and the bite picks up again, which Jeremy's already confirmed at Boggs, it's kind of starting to pick up again. But that's one of those things. Josh wanted to know, since Jeremy and I won a grubby tournament, does that put you in the championship? No, you have to fish. It doesn't matter if you win or not. You have to fish X number. You have to pay the toll, so to speak. You have to fish 7 events or 1 series, 4 out of 5 series in order to qualify for the grubby. So you can either fish 4 of 1 series or you have to fish like 7 or 8 events. And we didn't do that. We kind of pick and chose, kind of what we were doing. And Jeremy, I guess, yeah, we both won a grubby this year, which is cool. So we dabble in some grubby. We dabble in the Syak. And yeah, I mean, that's just the way it was. But, we had a good time. We both each took a win this year. Jeremy doing it, and Jeremy literally put the work in all year on Boggs. and it paid off. You know, he got a win and took home his first dub with Grubby, and then I followed that up with Bluegrass, which I've done well there once before, but I had a small fish that I just could not cull at the end of the day, and I finished like fifth or sixth or something like that. But I tell you what, that Friday a couple weeks ago was my day. There was no, I mean, yeah, it's easy to sound when you're waiting for 4 more days for people to finish fishing to let it know that you win, but you know that was cool that Jeremy and I both were able to take a dub in tournaments this year. That kind of gives us confidence. Well, kind of, it gives us confidence going into Knucklehead. Obviously, we're both riding on pretty high, finishes and things like that too. And as you can see, when I put the smackdown on everybody after jumping into Team Gramps, late in the stretch, trying to get more people to sign up, offering up huge bait packages for anybody other than the top three, which was already set, who could beat me. Gramps. Well, we got to go to the screen to see what old Gramps did. Yeah, we do. Let's share the old screen-a-rooney. Share the old screen-a-roo and yeah, take a look. Where did old Gramps finish up? We'll go to the good old August full leaderboard. Like I said, man, I had about $100. I had two $100 or so bait packages ready to hand out for anybody who finished higher than me that didn't get a trophy. So anybody that was fourth, fifth, sixth, whatever. But Gramps dropped a hammer down on him this month. Yeah, he did. First, we got to go back and talk about Michael Ridenour, West Virginia. Uh, Took the dub. I mean, dude is a hammer. I actually have met him at the KBF National Championship. I actually ran into him, met him again at the Bassmaster event on the Susky, and that was awesome. And he went home after I told him about Knucklehead. He went home and just put the smackdown on him. 21 and a half, 21 and a quarter, 20 and a quarter, 1950, 19. I mean, but these are numbers that you can achieve in many states. Now, 320 or 221s, that could be tough, but I've seen Antoine and others do it. Our good friend Toby, who I also met at the Susky, I mean, he dropped 320s on the board, 19 and a half and 1875, finished at a hundo even. And then Team Gramps member from last season, Antoine Hayes, he did what he does. Dropped a 20, some 19s and some 18s. Don't know if he got to fish as much as he has been, because I know he likes running over to Illinois to smack down on some of those fish, but he still finished, third. So I got to give a shout out to our three winners. And, I've got your stuff right here, and we'll show those here in a minute. But then you scroll on down, scrolling on down. There's another familiar name. Oh, looky there. Let's look at the stats for old Gramps, who would have decided he'd hop in at the last second, make a comeback. I think almost all of these fish are within a day or two of each other. But there it is, ladies and gents. The new Gramps Catch PB is, where is it? Oh. It ain't that one. There we go. Look at that big old Bubba Gump fish right there. That extended lip helped Gramps out, broke that PB by a quarter of an inch. One of my goals for the year achieved. I didn't put on the list winning the tournament. That was just an extra bonus. But catching a PB, man, that definitely was one of it. And that day was magic. Look how skinny that fish is. I think the 18 and 370 or 18 and 3/4 I caught was probably 2 pounds heavier than this little boy. But I'll tell you what, I'll take that Bubba Gump lip right there any day of the week, because there it is. New catch PB. Oh, mission accomplished. That felt so good. Taking the dub was also cool. And but man, catching that fish was the That was the juice. That was why I was out busting my hump this year and just looking for a fish like that. Now, if I can go and do that again with a smallmouth up north, who knows? It could happen at any time. But I was super happy with that fish. But it also, again, put me up there in all the other spots. So yeah, I was happy to come in fourth behind everybody else. And let me remove that one real fast. And then so, to kind of go over, I mean, you guys have seen me hand these out all season long. And this was the incentive. If you couldn't go to Knucklehead or you couldn't finish even in the top first or whatever, competing for one of these. Oh, Gramps was really trying to pass Antoine, but I kind of ran out of days too. But I wouldn't mind I wouldn't mind having a third place finish, to to take one and put up there. But them boys did the work. So Michael, uh, they all did a great job of doing their stuff. So I'll see Michael down south. I'll see Anthony. I'll see Antoine sometime sooner or later. And but I'll get these out in the mail for everybody too. And but congrats to everybody. And let me say once again, wherever you finished, thank you, thank you, thank you for participating. The proceeds, I'm not going to make anything off of this, obviously, and whatever I get from the proceeds of you entering, that's going to go to Blazer 88 for their donation and helping us out earlier in the year. The trophies and everything else, that cost comes, that's on me because I wanted you guys to have some reason to come fish other than just trying to make the Knucklehead team. So I get that. But that also being said, I also threw in this reel. Sorry, Cairo. The mock crush went in the drink. So the drawing tonight is going to be for the SLX 70XG. This is a brand new reel. This is this year's version. I still have the older. I hate even saying older. I have the 70 MGL. Which this is an upgraded version of that with silent tune. Great for jerk baits, finesse jigs. This reel is absolutely phenomenal. To me, the SLX series of Shimano's is one of the best bang for your buck. And I'm even saying that over the Shimano Corrados that I have fished for years, because between this SLX MGL style with the 70 spool and the Shimano SLX XTDCs that you can only get in Japan, man, they make an absolute lineup in the SLX line. At that price point, you just cannot beat it. And I have a lot of Corrados still. I mean, those have been my last 20 years like worth of reels. But if I didn't have any fishing reels and I was just getting started into tournament angling, the Shimano SLX, they're hard to beat. They're hard to beat, and I'm sure everybody who's fished with them and has bought them because I said that they were that good will agree with me 100%. I mean, I haven't found anybody who disliked them yet. All right. Transformative Healing says, I've tried fishing for and have yet to catch anything. So yes, fishing is great for mental health, but it wasn't very relaxing for me. Yeah. And I was talking to Jeremy on the way home today, and I went out with a buddy of mine. This is our first time that we actually met in person. Name's Tom. He's a Navy veteran. He's actually coming down to Monroe, and he's trying to learn to fish it because he's going to be fishing the Grubby Championship there. And so, I was meeting up with him and just kind of showing him around a little bit that I knew, just to kind of give him an idea of some places he might start to go look and break down. And we got on the water. He was there early. I got there about 8 o'clock because I had a music festival I was at last night. But I got there about 8 o'clock, got on the water, and then did some fishing and tracked him down. Yes, sir. There's Michael. Glad to see you in the chat, homie. And yes, we will definitely see you in Gunnersville, and I will start working on getting the logistics and all that stuff together with you and the rest of the team as soon as I get back from the Kayak Adventure Series over this next week. But I've already got a B&B booked, and we'll talk about all of that stuff here down the road. But, I was on the water with Tom today for, man, I think we were there from like 8 till 4:30. And like I said, we were running around looking at a bunch of stuff, didn't catch a single fish, didn't sniff a bite. But I mean, I'm telling you what, just the conversations. And that's why I tell a lot of people. And if Josh is in the chat, Christmas, who's been fishing with Jeremy quite a bit, you know, a lot of the times you can go out and not catch a single fish or maybe one or two fish a piece. Um, but it's because you're out there with somebody and just, you know, you're just talking and shooting the breeze and sharing knowledge and, you know, enjoying being with somebody. Man, that's the juice. That's the stuff. Catching the fish is a bonus. And you know, it's just part of it. And but sometimes, and, you know, we had a Freedom Squad gathering last weekend. Poor Matt hadn't been able to fish all summer, but he actually was able to get out, and we went and, you know, we ran around and drug him back into some coves where we'd been catching him, but the bite was slow as this, you know, it's summer, it's dog days right now. It was tough, but I tell you what, just the fellowship of having Matt and Jeremy, and then a new Freedom Squad member, Josh, young buck who's just got a paddle kayak, and just like Matt, you know. And once you kind of just get out there and get to BSing and talking, like I said, catching a fish is bonus, you know. I don't I don't put myself, you know, I like to go fish the tournaments because it gives me an excuse to go someplace and fish and film. Most of the time, 90% of the time, I absolutely suck. If I'm not last, I'll be in the bottom 10%, sometimes middle of the pack, you know, but sometimes you have those days. Anybody who watched the Knucklehead stuff last year, you know, we had one of those days, but it's part of it, you know. But you get up, you go cast your line, you do it again, because guess what? One of these days, you're going to catch a new PB. Your PB might be 15 inches. And next time you go out and you catch one that's 15, that's a new one. It's a new PB. So, you know, sometimes, you know, we all take the skunk. It happens. It's part of it. But I mean, I'll tell you what, would you rather be doing yard work? Would you rather be at work? No. I know I wouldn't. I'd love to be out there on God's green earth in that blue or green water, whatever stain it might be of the day. But I'm telling you, it's an absolute blast. It truly, truly is. So let me jump back over to we go back and add the scores back up here. And we got to do some shout outs we got to do tonight, because not only is my team concluded, but the Freedom Squad now has a complete team. And I need to go to tournaments and search. Go Freedom. I think Jeremy was in the chat. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta look at something real fast. Sorry. Distracted. Oh, they're talking to Michael Jordan. 41 laps to go. Okay, sorry. Distraction. Let's go look at the old Freedom Squad and see if we might recognize. Yes, sir. Recognize some names that we know. At the top of the leaderboard, Mr. Jermaine Simpson. That's right, Mr. Mainstream Fishing. Bro had a hell of a month. 2075, 20 and a half, and 318s for a 96-inch total. Jermaine out there getting it done up north. I'm not going to go try to dig those out because I hate how they sort them like that. But yeah, here we go. We can see the donks from here. Our boy lost all of his tackle, fought his way back. We all sent him some care packages, and he went out and laid the smackdown on him. Look at these long, lean Lindas up from up north. But Jermaine did it. So Jermaine is on the Freedom Squad, making his way back to Knucklehead Bass Fishing Championship, along with Jeremy, our good friend Alex on the water. Them guys are going to have a good time together. Josh Powell from NC. And it looks like we got the whole NC crew in the house, except for Jeremy and Jermaine. But I think Alex actually knows Josh and Justin, or Josh and Justin know each other, and Alex knows one of them. Either way, Jeremy's got a team full of hammers as well. But yep, our good friend Mainstream Fishing is going to be back at the Knucklehead. And Trevor was right there too. I mean, he was knocking on the door and giving everything that he had, just like everybody does. It's incredible. But again, thank you all again for participating this year. I don't know how we're going to make it better next year, or man, I know some people seem so discouraged to even try, and it's kind of disheartening for me because, this for me is more about raising the money for Blazer 88 than it is, that's why I'm trying to encourage people to participate so we can have more coming in to donate. But I mean, I get it. Some people, if you like, oh, Liz is going to kick our butts and so is going to kick our butts. And yeah, but sometimes the cause is the bigger thing. So I'm gonna try to figure out some other derbs outside of Knucklehead next year that the fishing fam could participate in. I've got some ideas I've been throwing around in my mind that will eliminate the advantage of whatever state you fish in. So if I have some ideas where we will limit sizes of fish, and it'd be a pretty cool contest. But like I said, I've got some ideas, but it'll be like a fair across the board, so that no matter what state you live in, if you've got bass, then you'll be able to play and compete. But it's going to take me through the winter time to kind of get the rules, because you got to have all that stuff done before you put it up at Fishing Chaos and whatnot. Oh no, Caro, you could do this. Yeah, Sly's already picking up on what I'm throwing down. But I have a little bit different concept, but I think you guys will dig it once I get it laid out and put up and going too. I think everybody when they see it, they're really gonna love this. But you know, if you'll be able to catch fish of some sizes, you'll be able to participate. And we'll mix it up each month. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do some Gramps challenges, and I've actually already talked about yeah, for Liz, she'll have to catch smaller fish, you know. I don't know if she's gonna be capable, you know. But I already talked to Duke at Catch about this. He's on board as a sponsor, so it's gonna be pretty fun. I'm actually working on some stuff with Yak Attack and others as well. So it'll be interesting, but it'll be interesting. So I'm gonna leave it at that. And like I said, I'm gonna get it all set up over the winter, and then come springtime, we'll play, and it'll be fun, and you guys will dig it. What else we got? Oh, we got to give away a reel, don't we? Because it's already 9:34, and I got to get down to the end of this race. Let you guys get back to your night. Then I got to get set up for tomorrow night's live. Oh, there's still 34 laps to go. I got plenty of time to chit chat with y'all. Penny slots for the win. Yeah, because I want to see Caro out there in her kayak catching fish, and she's going to have to send me pictures of her actually being in her kayak, so I know she's in her kayak. Sly Fox too, because we're promoting kayak fishing. Dang it! 1 minute 10 for you. Oh, I got you, Sly. You're gonna when I get this all, I know how I want this to go. I just got to get the rules. Then I got to figure out, working with Fishing Chaos. And I'm gonna do it on Fishing Chaos, and I'm gonna have the same thing. The format that it'll be on Fishing Chaos and Tourney X both. So that way, if there's people who hate, Fishing Chaos or hate Tourney X, you got someplace to fish. But each month, whichever one's on Tourney X, it'll be different limits than the one in Fishing Chaos. So that way, if you want to fish both, but it's going to be fun and it's going to be fair. And like I said, anybody across, if you've got largemouth spotted bass or smallies, you'll be all over it, because the Dink Masters need a place to have fun and have, and not get, blown up by, everybody in Florida, Texas, because everybody just assumes because you live in Texas, oh, you're going to go catch 23-inch fish. Trevor will tell you that don't happen. It's still work to catch them. Liz has put in a lot of time where she fishes to find those fish, so she can catch fish of every size, and I know she enjoys doing that too. So it'll be a game, and we'll make it a game. And like I said, I'm going to work some different sponsors so that it's not about money and all this. If I'm doing it, it's going to be probably for charity of some sort, or real low entry fee, basically to cover the cost of getting the fish judged and doing the stuff. And then we'll do prizes with various sponsors and whatnot. I know the guys that Lose and Catch and Yak Attack, that I've talked to, they dig the concept because it's about bringing more people into the sport. Transforming healing one about catfish. That's all I seem to catch. Well, you might have to become a content contributor to content contributor to everything kayak fishing when we get that up and going. Because when I say everything kayak fishing, I mean everything. So Josh Wells is also a catfish kayak hammer. So I may ask him, hey, do some videos and let's promote your channel. And yeah, okay. I keep forgetting that you're on your YouTube and not just as Gina. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I want to have some stuff where we mix it up and maybe have some panfish like bluegill or crappie, different challenges. You know what I mean? So maybe one month we do a crappie bluegill. We'll have to figure it out because not everybody has smallies, not everybody has whatever. But we'll like I said, we're going to come up with several different concepts. But I want to make it more interesting and more fun to get people out in a kayak and doing more stuff. Yeah, Sly says he wishes he can get her in a yak. I mean, hey, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. But I get it. Some people are comfort levels until you get there. You get there. We got Caro in a kayak. We got Liz in a kayak. We got Sly in a kayak. Hey, we got Debo in a kayak. Come on. All right. Let's Yep, Brian says he put up some baits from his plastic bait company. That's what I'm talking about. See, we'll just do, we can do all kinds of cool prizes and we can raise money for good causes or, we got different ideas. And like I said, I've got more ideas than I have time, which is why I've got like 10 videos now sitting in the queue that I just have not had time to edit. But you know what? Winter's coming, so you guys are gonna see all kinds of cool fishing videos. My bluegrass win you'll probably see like in November or December. Just depends on when I get caught up. But right now the focus is on actually fishing and making capturing the stuff that I can make into videos later. And then like I said, I'm gonna spend the winter working out and B working on this everything kayak fishing concept to get it up and going so that we can be a resource for a lot of the people that are just joining the sport, whether you're paddle, pedal, or powered. Okay, enough of all that, Gramps. Let's talk about, was there any other teams that we need to look at? Nah, because we don't care who's on what other teams. It's Freedom Squad and Team Gramps, and that's all that matters. So I'm going to go ahead and make this quick and cut it off tonight because I've been yakking and yapping, but we got a reel to give away for everybody who participated in this month's Team Gramps August challenge. I cannot believe it's September already. Do y'all realize that we are like 5 weeks away from beating down at Gunnersville again for the Knucklehead Hero Cup? And no, Liz, I don't know where our boards are gone. I keep telling that I'm gonna whatever. Someday maybe. I'm gonna harass him again tomorrow because yeah. Anywho, I mean, at this point, what can I say? I've promised and promised, and it's just, yeah, don't know. Got to the point where I'm just getting tired of asking. Okay, so let me share this screen. Present, share screen. Let's go the old wheel of Gramps. There we go. So what I did is everybody who participated in this month's August Team Gramps challenge, I put your name in this list 3 times. And I actually took my name out of it, but I put 3 entries in for everybody just because it looks like there's many more than there actually was. It was a really low turnout. So I put in everybody 3 times just so it looks like, there's more. You have 3 chances to win instead of 1. I mean, I guess your odds are still the same regardless. But let's go ahead and make that one full screen. And then I'll come over. And this again is for the Shimano SLX 70XG, this year's new version of it. And let's go ahead and pick a winner. 3, 2, 1, spin. Dun, dun, dun. And the winner is... Hey! You ain't got to win the derb, but you gets to win the reel. Way to go, Trevor. That's what I'm talking about. Trevor, thank you for playing this month. That is awesome. Yeah, Grant says we love you, Trevor. So, hey, there we go. You got a brand new Shimano SLX 70XG. And see, bro, you spent all that time on the water, like fishing every month, participating, trying to hammer out those fish. And you get something for your time and efforts. That makes me happy. So, yes, you will absolutely love this reel. If you don't have any of these, man, that's awesome. But again, so stoked. Yes, that makes me smile. Oh, congrats. Again, thank you everybody who fished all season long for both me and Jeremy's team of Freedom Squad. We look forward to going down to Gunnersville in October and, putting the hammer on some fish. Whatever the competition is going to be, it's going to be. Don't care. We're going to go catch our fish. I don't know if it's going to be best 5 for the team over 2 days or best 10 over the 2 days with each person contributing one fish each day. So I don't know how that's going to shake out yet. We'll see what Chad says. Because I hadn't even thought about that. Is it your best one per teammate? Or is it, you get 2 days to catch the biggest fish that you can? But either way, Gunnersville, early October, the bite should be amazing. And again, let's talk about, let me go ahead and let me cancel this one, stop screen, and share, present. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Can I do this? I don't know if I can do this. Upload file. Let me go. I guess I should have put this in a PowerPoint. That's so stupid. Why can't I just share an image? I wonder if it'll let me make it think it's a video. Present video file. Probably not going to work. Nah. Anywho. Well, anyway, Michael is on the team, and I'll be posting all that in the socials and thumbnails. And yeah, but I actually was going to put it in this thumbnail, but then I was like, oh, well, there's no surprise. Of course, everybody knew who was going to win anyway, or who won because all the fish were green by the end of the day. Anywho, but again, Michael Rednauer, hopefully I'm pronouncing it right now. I called you Michael the whole time I saw you up there. Is the 5th member of Team Gramps. So that goes back again to me, Liz, Josh Welsh, Michael, and why can I never remember the other names? Jeez. See, I made a picture of this for a reason. And David, who actually lives down in southern Alabama too. I don't think Gunnersville is like his home lake, but it is. Oh, there's the wreck in the race, and I gotta see my boy. I might have to end this live suddenly. Make sure my dude is not in it, but who knows? Ooh, Chase Briscoe is actually leading. Interesting. Anywho, Team Gramps is complete. Team Freedom Squad is complete. We're just gonna go down there and have a good time and catch some fish. But I can't think about all that right now because you know what I got to do next? I got to retool again since I went largemouth fishing today and go get all my smallie baits and combos and everything together to get ready to go head up to Wisconsin. So keep an eye on Instagram. I'll try to post some pics and stuff in the community tab on YouTube as we go. But if you follow me on Facebook, Instagram, or all that good stuff, that's where I normally do this stuff in between the stuff that we do here. Knucklehead, we're done. All that's left is the championship. And we have some revenge to do. Freedom Squad 1, Freedom Squad 2 is coming in swinging. Love to see us take it 1 and 2. That'd be cool. Get some cheese there, Gramps. Is that good for my diet? Some cheese curds? Is that the thing? Cheese curds? Cheeseheads, Wisconsin. Well, that's where the Green Bay is. But again, I can't wait for Knucklehead. But first, I got to go focus on Smallies. And then when I get back, I'm going to get Liz and the whole crew together. We're going to start getting our map study. I don't need map study for Liz. She knows exactly where she's going because we're staying in the same house. I already got it booked. I already got it booked. And since it works to our advantage to being on Gunnersville both days, so much the better. So you can probably figure out where me and Jeremy will probably end up fishing. You know where Liz is going to be. We're going to go down and have a good time. So I hope you guys are up for it. You know we're going to be live when we're down there and keep you guys updated and all that good stuff. But for now, I'm going to get out of here tonight. Tomorrow night, join me, Drew Gregory, talking about the Kayak Adventure Series. I know a lot of you couldn't get into them this year. I know Chase went and did one. I'm going to go do one. But I hope next year one's near you where you get the opportunity, if anything, just to go fish in the Dink, tournament. I think it's only like $25. They got a trophy for the Dink Master. And I'm going to go try to claim one. Yes, I am. So, yeah, Freedom Squad, Team Gramps all the way. We're going to have a good time. The whole goal is still beat Chad, beat Fluke, and, of course, beat Wendell. With all that said, see you guys tomorrow night. As always, get outside when you can and make some memories, one cast at a time.